12th wonder, top of the morning.
Man, top of the morning to you, 12.
The QBs wanting to stay is a sign. What QB wouldn't want the arsenal we just made? KP8, Mitch and Mason will have a hard time failing. How do you feel about the schedule this year?
Well, I had a question first off, man. I wasn't sure where he was going with the QBs wanting to stay. Like, they all think they're gonna get a chance to play with these weapons. Is that what he's saying? Or is he just saying like you would just want to be on this roster? I figured I'd pass it to you and you could.
I liked what TG was saying.
Yeah,
it's a job. I mean,
it definitely is a job, man.
For Mason. Now he did say he was on what's his face's podcast? He was on Kevin's podcast. Still here.
Multiple.
And he said other teams were interested in him. Now I don't know if those came with contract offers or not. So I could see a world where, in Mason's case, this might have been the only job out there. It's better to get $1 million being QB3 than not getting $1 million.
Yeah.
And then with Mitch, now I think it's arguable. Does he have a little market to be in a competition to be a starting quarterback out there? This offseason, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but this might be his best chance. And if the Steelers were really intent on bringing him back and he didn't want to be the guy to shake things up, I don't know if that market's getting any better as time goes on. So maybe he's thinking.
Let's tap into that real quick.
Yeah,
man.
maybe he's thinking like, okay, I like it here. I don't mind it. All the things that you brought up about him starting a family here too. Like, it's not the most easiest of things to uproot that. And you're telling me I could get around like $6-7 million over the next like 3 years, lock that up. I could be the insurance policy for Kenny, and who knows in case of injury what tape I can put out there with the weapons. I think it's more of that than maybe like the Steelers' weapons, but I do think it is a good scenario for them if it ever comes down to that though too.
Yeah, I see it both ways as well, man. Because now that we do finally officially got the contract details, if you could you pull those up? I think I remember off the top of my head, but now that we have those details out for Mason, obviously he signed back for, I think it was the vet minimum, $1.07 for him. And then for Mitch, they added 2 years to his existing contract. So that's why it was phrased as a 3-year extension. I believe the total was up to like 19, I think they said. But the way that they essentially structured it is his first year of the deal is the guaranteed portion. He has $8 million fully guaranteed in this contract. He was supposed to get $8 million this final season of his original deal, but it was going to be in base salary. So what they did was the Omar Khan move. We're going to restructure it, turn that $8 million into a signing bonus. So he ended up getting, I think it was like 6.7 or 6.9 in signing bonus. And his base salary for the year is only like $1 million, I think like $1.1 million, $1.0 million. So that way it lowers his cap hit this year. And that's what everybody was talking about when they said that they extended him but lowered his number. That was ultimately why and how they were able to do that. But in terms of his deal, the money essentially stays the same this year. And then we get him almost like at a better rate as it gets longer into this contract. But with the money, though, man, I see it a couple ways, though, man. It does make sense if you're Mitch, you got the security. You got clean, good money right here as well. It's like, man.
It's not a bad gig.
Yeah.
$6-7 million to be QB too.
You know?
It's not a bad gig.
It's
I
like,
just didn't know if he was at that stage yet, but apparently he is.
Question was this. What are the outs?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Because I haven't seen that chat. I was waiting to see.
It's not up.
Because if there's a year or two out, then I don't think it's him settling into the Charlie Batch role. I really think it's him saying, let me just sit one more year, see what this looks like, see what this opportunity totally is. I'm also comfortable with my situation for right now. Let me see what the quarterback market looks like a year from now. Quarterback class just came out. Those are supposed to be the big dogs, right? So now I'm going to get my chance next year. If you don't go Caleb Williams, where else are you going? And that could be his play.
They got some other good ones, too.
No, of course they do. No, they do. But I'm just saying, like, in that vein, like, he might just feel like, man, I could have a better opportunity. So that could also be the play, but I just need to see what the out is. If it's you don't really have an out until the end of the year 3 of this thing, then it's like, all right, maybe he really is on the Charlie Batch. But I do feel like if it's just this 1 year where it's money, and then after that all parties can walk away, then yeah, I don't think it's him just settling into that role.